Hi everybody, welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you are a subscriber and you've watched my previous videos. My name is Liz and I am the Baker That Sews, and you can follow me over on Instagram at the Baker That Sews. So today's video is all about what I sewed up in April. Now there's a few videos already on my channel where I've shared a few things, like the review of the Sew Hayley Jane jumpsuit, but I'm still going to include that in today's video. And then the last video that I filmed was a sort of roundup of the hashtag a hint of print that was over on Instagram, and again I shared a few snippets of what I've been making. April turned out to be quite a productive month. I think the warm weather made me want to make some sort of spring summer type garments, but I also made a couple of things for just lounging around in the house. I did a couple of toiles, which is fairly new for me. Normally I just dive straight in, but I've been really working hard on getting the fit right, so I've really enjoyed the challenge of that. So I'll start with what I'm wearing. I am wearing the In the Folds jumpsuit from Memade magazine, and this is a toile. So the jumpsuit, I have got the pattern here actually. I've got everything sort of in front of me. So I'll show you what the pattern looks like, because I hacked it, and the reason I did a toile was because somebody had warned me that the fit is quite loose, and I know that my hip and waist area I really struggle, and my bottom I struggle to fit, and I was told that there was quite a lot of extra fabric around that space. So I'll show you the line drawings. There's the line drawings. So it's a very straight up and down. It is fitted, not massively fitted around the waist, hip and bottom area, but there is an invisible zip, so it is slightly fitted, and then you've got the bust darts that come down. Now I need to do a bit of work playing around with the bust darts. On the line drawing though, it looks like I've put the bust darts are in the right place. I'll put pictures in because I've got some fun photos of me wearing it out in the rain, and it is raining today actually, with a rainbow umbrella. So I've got it on today because it's super comfy to wear at home. It's quite roomy, although it's fitted sort of around the back area. I adapted it to have these tie details. It's got great pockets, and then it's got this lovely tie. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with the fit. It's fitting me really well around this area. I did have to take about 4 inches out of the bodice and the trouser. So the way that the pattern is put together is there is no waist seam, so it's all one piece. So I did have to go back and sort of chop out a little bit and take quite a lot out once I put it together. So on the pattern I've marked it to make sure the next time I make this pattern it will fit me really well. But I'm really pleased with it. I know the fabric is quite wacky and a bit out there. This was fabric from a Sew Hayley Jane box a while ago, and I think it was called Making Rainbows or Over the Rainbow or something. So it's quite a fun print. It's like this sort of turquoise batik style tie-dye fabric. It's cute. I really like it. It's perfect for lounging around at home. And actually I've just been out to the greengrocers to get our veg for the week, and I did wear it. Yeah, and it is quite fun. I think it's perfect for a rainy day. So that is make number 1. I have got a list here of everything that I've made just so I don't forget anything. So I'm going to move on to the next thing, which is probably one of my favourite things that I've made, and it is the tiger lounge suit. So in my fabric haul video, I asked if it would be a bit wacky of me to make an all-in-one, not an all-in-one, a t-shirt and jogger type lounge suit out of this fabulous tiger fabric, and I did it. So I chose to use... so yeah, thank you for your encouragement, because a lot of you were like, go for it, it'll be great, it's really fun. So I did, I went for it, and actually I couldn't squeeze out. I wanted to do a matching set for my younger daughter Lola, who's obsessed with tigers, but I couldn't squeeze out enough with the fabric to make myself one and her. But actually Guthrie and Garni have got the same fabric, but in more of a sort of blue, that's blue, that's navy, more of a sort of, I guess this kind of colour, turquoisey blue. So once that arrives, I'm going to make her a matching set, which is cute, and then I'll share photos of us wearing our tiger lounge suit. So I opted for the Tabitha t-shirt from Tilly's Make It Simple book. I really love this t-shirt style. It fits me really well. This isn't a Tabitha t-shirt, this is just a ready-to-wear top. Yeah, it fits me really well. I really like the style. So you can do different sleeve lengths. You can do cropped, 3/4, or you can do the long. So I chose, because this fabric's quite warm, I chose to do the short sleeves, and I really, really love it. It's really cute. And then I chose to match it with, from the another Tilly book, her stretch book, I chose to match it with the joggers. They're called the Stella joggers, and the reason I did that is because these are a bit too warm for pyjamas, so I'm not going to wear them as pyjamas, but it'll just be like a lounge suit that I can put on when I've been to work, or I'm just chilling at home. And I like having pockets. My girls often come and give me stuff that needs to shove somewhere, so I'll pop it in my pockets, and I just like having pockets. So these are the joggers, that's the line drawings. They've got these sort of slash pockets, they've got the cuff at the bottom, and it's an elasticated waist with a drawstring. I don't know if there's any other photos actually. That's the lay plans. I'll insert photos of me wearing it. I'll put photos here of me wearing it. But yeah, these are the joggers. I really love them. So I've got the drawstring detail, we've got the waist, we've got the slash pockets, and then we've got the cuff detail at the bottom. So I'm really chuffed with that, and I've worn it loads already. As I mentioned in one of my other videos, and I'll put links down below to my other videos that I talk about today. On Saturday night, Almond Rocks and Stitch Odyssey from Instagram, they both ran a pyjama party Pictionary, sewing Pictionary, on Saturday on YouTube Live, and I joined that, and I wore my tiger lounge suit, and it was really fun and really comfortable, and I drank gin and played Pictionary, so it's perfect. It was a really nice event to be part of, so thank you to both of you for hosting that. So that was make number 2. These aren't in order, I've just made a list of what I made. Okay, the next one is another, I want to joke and say subtle, but it's not. It's the Intrepid, Alice & Co Patterns Intrepid boiler suit, and it is not subtle in the slightest. Again, I put it in one of my videos asking if it would be a bit wacky if I use this fabric, and lots of people were like, go for it, it'll be really fun. And this is a toile because I wanted to really nail the fit before I cut into some beautiful fabric that I've got. Not that this fabric isn't beautiful, it's a bit out there, and you'll see what I mean when I hold it up. But it's this absolutely gorgeous like rose print fabric. It's slight, I think it was described at the time as a stretch cotton, but actually there's not a huge amount of stretch in there. I love it. I love the collar detail. It's got there was a new technique for me to learn actually. Where the zip is, you can make, there's a step in the instructions for the Intrepid boiler suit for how to make a facing for your zip, because when I wear the boiler suit, and you'll see when I put pictures in, I don't wear it all the way up to the top. I'm not a massive fan of necklines that go right up here, and when it's zipped open, what I didn't want to see was the inside of the fabric because it's just white. So putting in a facing by the zip means that when it's open you still get to see that lovely pretty rose fabric. But I'll just grab the pattern so I can show you what it looks like. I loved sewing this. The process was brilliant. I learnt loads. It fits me really nicely, which is great. In terms of fit, I didn't have any major fit issues at all. It's slightly long on me, which is normal. In terms of the crotch area, which is sometimes an issue, sometimes it can be quite baggy there, it fit me perfectly actually. I'm not very good at saying what sizes I've made of things. I've forgotten to tell you. So I made an 8 actually. Yeah, straight size 8. Yeah, and it fit me perfectly actually. I didn't really have to do any adjustments. I'm just trying to find the line drawings. I don't think I can find the page that's got the line drawings on. Sorry about that. Yeah, my pages are all muddled. But yeah, it came together really nicely. There's a lot of preparation before you actually start sewing, like sorting out there's a page like this which says before you start sewing, so prepare the pockets, sort out the pocket. There's loads of different types of pockets. You can have pockets here, you can have pockets on the bottom, and then you can also have sort of pockets by your hip, which are like slash pockets which you stitch onto the top. So there's a lot of top stitching, which I quite enjoyed the process of actually. But then it comes together really nicely. There's a shoulder yoke, and I use the burrito method to attach the shoulder yoke. Cocoa Patterns has got the honeycomb dress, which I absolutely adore, and again she uses the burrito method. That left me scratching my head for a while, but once I'd made a few honeycomb dresses, I really understand how to do the burrito method now. So if anyone would like a sort of a, what's it called, a sew along or a how to use the burrito method, let me know down below, because I'll do a sew along or a, what's the word, a guide, just a guide to how to do the burrito method. Because yeah, it left me scratching my head for a while, but then, oh, here's the line drawing. There we go. But I figured it out now, so I could do a sew along or a tutorial on how to do that. Anyway, this is the line drawing. So on the, I'm not sure if you can get a good view of this. This is what I'm trying to show you. You can put a casing on there, and if you want to, you can put elastic in there just to cinch it in a bit, and I quite like that look. So that's what I decided to do. But what I decided to do was bring the casing all the way up. This is the zip, so I brought it all the way up to where the zip is. Because I wanted that sort of look around there, so it really cinches the boiler suit in. Yeah, I love it. I'm not sure if I'm going to wear it out. I might do in the summer, we'll see. Someone suggested chopping the sleeves and the trousers, but I've had lots of people say don't do that because it's beautiful. So I'm going to leave it as it is for now, but I have definitely got more boiler suits in the pipeline. So, on to the next, I've already talked about the next one, which is these dungarees. So then the next make, I had a bit of a batch sewing of my favourite, oh, I've just broken the hanger, my favourite dress pattern. I think I'm going to commit and say it's absolutely my favourite pattern ever. I love this pattern. It's the Deer and Doe Myosotis dress. There it is. So you can do just with one skirt panel, or you can add the ruffle. You can do plain sleeves, or you can add the ruffle. I am all about the ruffle. And there was another challenge on Instagram, All Dressed Up with Nowhere to Go 2020, I think it was called. And I made another very bright dress, and I'll put proper pictures in of me wearing it here. But I made a Deer and Doe Myosotis in this absolutely beautiful fabric from Sew Me Sunshine. Sorry, I had to pause the video because I was sneezing. Hay fever is still causing me bother, even though I keep taking my medication. Anyway, I made the Deer and Doe Myosotis dress. It's a bit crumpled. I've mentioned in lots of my videos I don't iron unless I absolutely have to. But this is probably one of my favourite dresses, and probably one of my favourite things that I made this month. Although I'll probably say that about all of the things that I've made this month. I love the Myosotis. I love how comfortable it is. It has pockets. A couple of things that I changed for all of the Myosotises that I've made actually this month. I extended the bodice, and I made, because it's quite a cropped bodice actually, I extended the bodice by about 2 inches, it might have been 3 inches, so it sits more on my waist, and I also added a tie belt to it so that I could wrap it round a few times, and it's quite a long tie belt. So that's the first Myosotis, and I'll put pictures in of me wearing it. Then the next two are actually my favourites too. I had this I think it's called fashion focused lawn. I can't remember. I'll put details down below. From Like So Amazing, but it's sold out. Oh, I made a size 38 of the Myosotis. So I've had this pattern, I've had this fabric in my fabric collection for ages, and I didn't really know what to make with it until I made this Myosotis, and then I thought, the Myosotis can really hold its own if you've got a really funky bright fabric or a really busy print fabric, because there's not too many pattern pieces, so you can keep the pattern sort of not too distorted. So I turned this into a Myosotis. Now, I didn't opt to add the frill onto the bottom. I thought one skirt panel was enough, but I did add a smaller frill onto the sleeve, and I also added the waist ties as well, just because I really love them. And again, I did the same adjustment, so I added the waist ties and I extended the bodice. But I'll put better photos in of me wearing that. But I love this dress. I've worn it loads since I made it. It's really great for warm weather. Again, it's got pockets. I can't speak highly enough of the Myosotis. So that's another fab make, even if I do say so myself. And then this one, again, is a Myosotis. I had lots of fun with the stripes. Again, this fabric's been in my stash for absolutely ages, probably about 2 years, and I just didn't know what to make with it. But I think with the warm weather, I've just really wanted to make. I'm just going to close the buttons so that you can see the effort I went to match the stripes on the front. But again, it's another Deer and Doe Myosotis. I made a straight size 38. I extended the bodice, and I added waist ties to this one, and I went all out with the ruffle. So it's got ruffle sleeves and it's got a ruffle at the bottom, and I'll talk about the ruffle at the bottom in a second. So yeah, I had to play around. I'm going to stand up so you can see, but I had to play around with the stripes. So I did lots of stripe matching at the front. So the stripes go across for the bodice, they go down for the sleeves, down for the first skirt panel, and then the bottom skirt ruffle, they go across. So I've really played around with the stripes, and I really love this. It's sort of Riviera chic. Now, the ruffle at the bottom, I didn't have enough to just cut it out of the fabric, but I had loads and loads of scraps. So I thought I've been quite creative with the scraps. So what I had to do, you'll see on the other side where I've overlocked it, but I had to join loads. I mean, there must be about 30 little tiny pieces of fabric where I've had to join them, and then stripe match really carefully at the bottom so it just looks like one piece, just to make sure that I had enough, because I really wanted the ruffle at the bottom. So this was a zero waste dress. Not a single piece of fabric was wasted because I managed to join all the scraps to make the ruffle at the bottom. So I'm really pleased with that dress. Again, it's one of my favourites. Oh yeah, and then the collar, the stripes go a different way too. So I really had lots of fun making that one and playing around with the stripes, and it's going to be great for the warm weather. So on to, let's check my list and see what else I've made. Oh, the Lynn jumpsuit. I'm not going to talk too much about this one, I'll just show you it. But this is Selkie patterns, and I've got the pattern here to show you. And there's 3 different versions, so you can do the short type, you can do the sort of 3/4, or you can do the full length. So there's the pattern, there's the line drawings. This is my first experience of sewing a Selkie pattern. I have to say the instructions were brilliant. I absolutely loved sewing it up, and I think I sewed a 8 and I graded down to a 6 for my waist and hips. I'll put all of my measurements at the bottom so that you can see, but I had to do a lot of fitting around this, and again I've filmed a more in-depth video of me talking about my construction and what I did to solve my fit problems. The pattern itself is brilliant, the instructions are absolutely fantastic, it's just my body. I know that I always have to fit around the hips and the waist and my bottom area, so it's nothing to do with the pattern at all. Again, it's not in a very quiet fabric. I don't think I do quiet really, but it's in this beautiful floral fabric, and I'm definitely going to wear this out. So the Lynn jumpsuit, it's got these cute cute sleeve detail, but it does have a button on, but the button serves no purpose. It's got quite a square neckline. It's got this lovely big tie around the front, and then it's got really deep pockets. It's got an invisible zip on the back. Yeah, and I made the 3/4 length version. I absolutely love it. Oh, and the bodice is lined, so I just lined it with this really cool fabric that I had. So I'll insert proper pictures of me wearing this, but I really love it, and I'll link the video to where I review it, because I'll go into a lot more detail about what I did around fitting. But again, that's a really lovely make that I made this month, and I know that I'll definitely be wearing that when the weather warms up a little bit and we're allowed to go outside. So then I made some Sophia trousers. Now I've only got photos of me wearing one pair, and I've got a little image of the sort of waistband on the other pair. But I made 2 pairs. I think these are going to be my favourite my favourite trousers for wearing, yeah, just in the spring, summer. So I made them in this lovely fabric, and again they're a bit crumpled because I haven't ironed them, and I'll put pictures in of me wearing those. I made a straight size 8. Is that what it is? Is that what she says in her book? Let's have a look. Page 40. Sorry, I should have put tabs in these. Here we go. I know she doesn't have sizes like that. Not a straight size 8. Ignore what I just said then. A UK 8, but in her book it's a size 2. And I love the pattern. So that's the line drawing. So it's got the flat front waistband here, and then it's got the elastic at the back, which makes it gathered. So the zebra fabric was from Fabric Godmother. I'll link all the fabrics and things that I've used down below as well. And it's gorgeous viscose, really lightweight and drapey, and I love that pair, and I'll put a picture in. The next pair, I haven't got a photo of me wearing them yet, but I hacked the pattern to do a paper bag waist, which I really love. So it's sort of this like bunched up paper bag waist, and I'd seen lots of trousers like that, and I just love the look. I love the fabric. It's from the Memade Fabrics, and I just haven't got around to getting photos of me wearing them, but they're really cute. Again, they're really lovely and lightweight, and I think they'll be perfect when the weather's nice and warm. So I put pictures in of the paper bag waist detail, but I haven't got pictures of me wearing these yet. But yeah, they're straightforward. They come together really quickly. This is elasticated all the way round because I wanted the paper bag detail. And again, if you're interested, I'll do a tutorial on how I did the paper bag waist, because a couple of people have asked me already how did I do it, and it was really straightforward. Because I've been looking for a paper bag waist pattern for ages, and actually put a call out on my Instagram to say, does anyone have any suggestions of patterns? There was only 1 or 2 that came through, and they weren't patterns that I immediately thought, yes, I have to have that. Plus, I've got millions of patterns in my stash that I need to use. So then I thought, oh, I'll have a look and see how easy it is to do the paper bag waist. There's loads of tutorials out there. So I had a look at a couple of blogs, and then just had a go at doing it myself, and I'm really chuffed with how it's worked out. So if anyone would like more information on how I did that, let me know, and I will film a how-to, I think. So yeah, love those. Then I made, so yeah, the last few, oh no, I'll talk about these next. So I shared in my fabric haul some fabric from Sew Hayley Jane with this lovely linen fabric. And I opted for, I wasn't really sure what to make, but then I saw the lovely Kath from Kath Craft. And she's got a YouTube channel, actually. Go and follow her because her videos are great. She's just started on YouTube, so if you're looking for someone else to follow that makes beautiful clothes, I definitely recommend going to follow her. She made some beautiful flint shorts, and that made me just want the pattern. And then I thought, aha, this fabric would be perfect. So they're these lovely sort of wide leg trousers, or you can make the shorts. I opted for the trousers, and they're such a great sew. They've got this lovely like pleat detail at the front. I don't know if I can show. Yeah, so they've got like this lovely like pleat detail at the front. It's really cute. Pockets, of course. You can either have this like lovely tie detail, or you can fasten them with buttons. So I went for the tie detail, which is really cute, and then you still have a button to fasten them as well. But they're lovely. I love the wide-legged look. They're really comfortable to wear. They're quite high-waisted, so if you're considering making them, think about whether you like that kind of style. That kind of style's growing on me. I didn't think I liked high-waisted, but yeah, you can see on the model there, they come up quite high. But I love them. The pattern came together really nicely, and again, I can't wait to wear them when the weather's warm and we can go outside. So yeah, big thumbs up from me, and thank you, Kath, for the inspiration to make them. So, the next things to show you, I think I might put these on because I haven't got photos, but I do want to show sort of the details. I made 2 wilder gowns, and then I made a I Am Patterned Joy blouse. So I think I'm going to pop them on, so I'm going to pause the video whilst I go and pop them on, and then I can talk to you about it. Okay, I'm back. So the first one I'm going to show you is the wilder gown. So I've made 2 versions of this. I've made the dress loads of times, and I haven't really got round to making the top. It's quite a loose fit. It's got this sort of tie detail around the top, where you sort of, it's got a tie that goes through, and then as you fasten it, it bunches up the neckline, which is cute. I really like it. So I've made loads of versions of the dress, but I hadn't actually made any of the top. And then Sarah from Like So Amazing has made loads of the tops, and they're beautiful. And I had a tiny scrap of this left because I made my daughter a dress. I'll put a picture of the dress that I made for her. I made her a dress inspired by Coco Wow's, what's it called? I think it's called the raspberry dress. I'd made loads of versions of the raspberry dress for myself, and then she really wanted one, so I sort of used that pattern and then tweaked it to make a mini version. So I'll put a picture in of her wearing that. And I had a tiny scrap of this beautiful fabric. It's got like little blush cheeks, just little faces. They're really cute. So So I had a tiny bit of this left, and I've ummed and ahed about what to make with it for ages. And then I saw Sarah's beautiful versions of Wilder Gown blouse, and I thought, yeah, actually I love the Wilder Gown pattern as a dress, but I haven't done the blouse. And I do need to make more tops, like loose fit tops, just to go with jeans or shorts or whatever for the spring, summer. So I turned it into a little top, which I love. So it's sort of slightly cropped. Here's my waist, here's my hips. Slightly, not cropped, I don't know why I said cropped, it's not cropped at all. Yeah, so it's sort of, I quite like where it sits. It's got the lovely sort of sleeve detail. They're like, I think they're raglan sleeves. And then, yeah, it's got this tie which bunches up the neckline all the way around the back. So I really like it. It's not cropped at all. I don't know why I said it's cropped. So this is version 1. I'm going to get changed and show you version 2. Okay, I'm back with version 2. So version 2 is made using this lovely embroidered fabric that I got from Sew Over It about a year ago. This fabric, I should say, I also got from Sew Over It, but it was about a year ago, and they are not selling fabric anymore. Or at least, I think they're selling Lisa Comfort fabric, but they're not selling other fabric. So I don't think you'd be able to get hold of it, but it's cute. One thing I also meant to say about the Wilder Gown is the way that it's constructed. I haven't got the instructions because I just read them off my iPad, but if I can find line drawings, I'll put line drawings in here for you. So the way it is, the back piece is cut on the fold, and then the front piece is 2 pieces that you then stitch together. Might be easier to show you on here. So you stitch the front piece together, but then you leave this bit here so that you've got sort of an opening when it's tied together, which is cute. So this is like this beautiful embroidered fabric. I made a I Am Patterns Joy in a lighter version of this fabric. But yeah, I love the detail. I think it's really pretty. And I've got all the lovely embroidered flowers around the back. Again, I think this is slightly, oh no, it's the same length actually. Sort of hip length. It's perfect to go with your jeans or, like I said, shorts as well. And I really love the tie detail. So I'm really pleased with the 2 tops that I've made, and I can definitely see myself making some more, which is great. And then the last thing I'm going to pop on so that you can see as well, and it's another top. So I'll be back in a second. Hi, I'm back. So I'm wearing the I Am Joy top, which I'll talk about in a second, but I just wanted to share the beautiful detail of the fabric from the other Wilder Gown. So as I said, I bought it from Sew Over It, but I bought it a year ago, and I know that they've stopped selling these fabrics. But yeah, it's got this beautiful flower detail on there. So I have got another I Am Joy top in this fabric, but with a different colourway, and I'll see if I can put pictures in of me wearing that. But yeah, it's just beautiful, like this burgundy red. I absolutely love it. So I think I'm definitely going to really enjoy wearing that. And I don't know if I said, but that was from Sew Over It, but I bought that ages ago, and they've stopped selling that fabric too. So the last thing I'm going to share with you is an I Am Joy top. So it was the lovely Holly who inspired me to get this pattern when I saw her making it at the Sewing Weekender last year. And I immediately bought it when I got back, but then it sat there for ages and I didn't make it. But it's a really lovely simple top. So it's got this sort of slash neck detail, elasticated cuff, and then quite a deep hem for the bottom. So I'll stand up so you can see, and I'll move closer actually first so you can see this gorgeous fabric. This fabric is from Sewist, and I wanted it originally in a white colourway, but then Shona messaged me to say they'd run out. But they had this colourway. Would I like this colourway? And actually I think I prefer this colourway. It's sort of a navy blue background, and I think that suits my colouring. So I'll stand up so you can see. Yeah, it's sort of, again, it's the same position where the Wilder Gown is, so I'm pointing because it's down there, sort of around my bottom hip sort of area. It's really straightforward. I love this elasticated cuff detail. It sort of creates a bit of a poofy sleeve. Next time I might try and add a bit more volume into this sleeve. There's the slash and spread method where you can increase the volume in your sleeve, so I might try that because I really love this poofy detail. And again, it goes really nicely with my jeans. These are ready to wear jeans. I'm desperate to make my own, but I think I'm going to wait until we're out of lockdown so that I can go to Satisfaction because they do a jeans making workshop. I think I'd really like to learn a lot more from the experts about fitting that area of my body. So I think a jeans making workshop would be perfect for that. There was one more pattern actually that I forgot to say I'd made, and I'll put pictures in of this, but I had some vintage fabric in my stash for ages, and I sorted out my stash. I've had a good tidy up. I'm sure I'm not the only one that's been tidying and sorting and decluttering everywhere whilst we're at home. And I remembered that I had this beautiful yellow fabric, sort of yellow and orange, vintage. I got it off eBay like ages ago, and I didn't really know what to make with it. And then I decided that I wanted a yellow dress for when the weather's beautiful, and I might possibly have a tan. So I made the Tilly and the Buttons indigo dress with the fluted sleeves and the same with the ruffle sort of around the tummy. I'll put pictures in so you can see me wearing it, but I'm really sitting on the fence with this pattern, not the pattern, with this patterned fabric. I'm really sitting on the fence with whether it suits me or not. Now, when I shared photos on Instagram, I said it's a bit, I'm really not sure about it. Someone suggested that I wore navy shoes and maybe a navy cardigan, and that might just mute the yellow a little bit more. So I'm going to try it with that and see what I think. But I'll put pictures in here so that you can see what I look like wearing that. I love the indigo pattern by Tilly and the Buttons. I'm just not sure about whether this style, not style of dress, but this fabric, I guess, suits me. So let me know down below what you think. I have almost finished my sundress, and then I've got another Tilly and the Buttons dress on the go there. So yeah, that's a roundup of what I made in April. Let me know what you're working on down below. Let me know if you've made any of the patterns, or if you've got any pattern suggestions for me. I'll be back in a few days, I think, with another fabric haul, and then I think I'm going to film a vlog where I talk about my make plans for May. I've already explained what I'm going to be planning to do for Memade May. I'm going to be taking part. I'm going to wear Memade every day, and I'm going to try and play around with colour, so I'm really excited about that. If you've pledged for Memade May, let me know down below what you're going to be doing, and I'll be back soon with another video. Thank you so much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and if you haven't subscribed already, it'd be really great if you could subscribe. Thanks a lot. Take care and have a really good day. Bye.